All right, hi everybody. Welcome back to the videos that I'm posting on this channel. We're going to work on a tutorial today. I know I haven't posted in quite a bit of time, so I'm a little bit out of practice. Hopefully this goes well. But for this video, we're going to be working on a song called Frosty the Snowman, which I know that a lot of my friends at Jen are that we're working on that song for the final performance. So I really hope you guys can take a look at this video. I probably won't be able to get through everything in this one video, but it'll be broken up into little parts that you guys can watch over and over and over again so that you have some practice from home. Okay? So the song is called Frosty the Snowman. I have given you guys sheets of this, and if you don't have it, you can take a look at my sheet here. This song has chords that are pretty easy to play. Some of them we haven't explored before, some of them we have, but all of the chords are going to be in the chord charts that I've made and printed out and given to all of you guys. So if you need, I'm going to explain how to play the chords in this video, but if you ever need to, look back and check back on how to use the chords, we can use the diagram, okay? So let's work on this section by section because you'll see with most songs, there is often a pattern in each of the songs, and there is often what we call a chord progression, which is a pattern of chords. And even though that changes from part to part to part, typically you'll see that it's repeated over and over again. And we're going to work through that today. So with Frosty the Snowman, I'm sure a lot of you guys know this song. It's a really popular winter or Christmassy song. We have two verses. So we have three verses. We have three verses. We have one chorus, and then we have a little bit of an ending bit, like section, something that ends off the song. Let's start with the verse. And you'll see that the same chords are repeated on this top section, this section, and this section down here. The section in the middle with the two long lines is the chorus, and the one down here is basically our ending. But these little short sections are all verses, and they all have the same chord progression. So the same pattern of chords played at the same time in the same way. Okay? So let's work our way through that. The first chord that we have for the first line is the G chord. Now I've showed you guys the G chord before. You can check it out in my other videos. I'm sure Perfect has the G chord, and I think something else has the G chord as well. But for this song, I'm going to teach it to you guys again. For the proper G chord, we are going to take remember, we number our fingers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. We're going to take our third finger, our ring finger, and we're going to put that on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The sixth string, so the one that's closest to your face, in the third fret. We're going to put it in the sixth string in the third fret. We're going to take our second finger, our middle finger, and we're going to put that in the fifth string, so the string right below, in the second fret, okay? Fifth string, second fret. This is where it's going to be kind of tricky. We're going to take our pinky and we're going to put it all the way on the first string in the third fret. So it's going to be in the same fret as our third finger. Our fourth finger and our third finger are in the same fret. And this is how you play the G chord. If I can find my pick. So that's how you play the G chord. And there's a very easy way to play the G chord as well, and I'll teach it to you right now. You can take any finger you want out of these four, pick it, and just put it on the first string in the third fret. That's it. This is a very easy way to play G. I don't want you to become used to this, but if you need to know it in a pinch or you forget about the G chord, this is a good alternative that most people can do. But when we're playing this chord, we are going to skip, when we're strumming, we're going to skip the sixth string, and we're going to skip the fifth string. I don't have a fifth string, so it actually makes it easier for me, but we're just going to strum from the fourth string, so the D string, all the way down to the first string. So it'll sound a little bit like this. G, okay? The next chord we have is the C chord. And for this chord, we're going to take our first finger, put it on the 1, 2, the second string in the first fret. We're going to take our second finger and put it on the 1, 2, 3, 4, the fourth string in the second fret. And our third finger goes on the fifth string in the third fret. That's it. That's the C chord, okay? Strum all of it. That didn't sound awesome for me. Hopefully it sounds better for you, but that's the C chord. The next chord that we have in the, so with this first line, it's gonna be G, C, G. So we would play the G chord, we play the C chord, and then we play G again. And then the next chord we have is the A minor chord. And it's pretty similar to the C chord because when we do the C chord, okay, first finger is on the second string, second finger is on the fourth string, third finger is on the fifth string. To move from the C chord to the A minor chord, all we do is take our third finger and move it down to the third string in the second fret. You're just moving one finger. That's it. We're moving this one from the third fret to the second fret onto the third string. So first finger is on the second string in the first fret. Second finger is on the fourth string in the second fret. Third finger is on the third string in the second fret. Okay, let's strum it. A minor. Sounds kind of sad, a little bit mysterious, and that's normally how you'll find that you're playing an A minor chord. So if it sounds a little, sad, a little bit like you're in a Western movie, then you're playing the A minor chord right. And then the next chord that we have is E7th. And now the E7th is actually very similar to a chord that we've learned before, which is the E chord. For the E chord, we are going to put our first finger on the third string in the first fret. Second finger goes on the fifth string in the second fret. Third finger goes on the, it goes on the fourth string in the second fret. That's E, okay? But to make this into E7th, just take off your third finger. It's just these two fingers, first and second finger. First finger is on the third string in the first fret. Second finger is on the fifth string in the second fret. Yeah, and that's E7th, okay? So the second line would be A minor, G, E7th. The next chord that we have is called D7th. Now, if the D7th while you were playing this song is a little bit too hard, you can just play D. And I have taught you D. I shouldn't have to teach you D again in this video. Oh my goodness, if you guys don't know how to play D, I'm gonna be so sad because I've taught this. This is the first chord that we learned, so you better know it. But you can always play the D chord. I'm gonna teach you the D7th though, just in case. For the D7th chord, we're going to put our first finger again in the second string in the first fret. So we do that, we put our first finger in the second string in the first fret for A minor, for C, and for D7th, for D7th. Our second finger is going to go on the third string in the second fret, and our third finger is going to go in the first string in the second fret. So it's kind of like a reverse D. It's like you're flipping D on its head, if that makes sense. But this is D7th. Yeah. There we go. That's D7th. And for the second line, for the third line, it's going to be A minor, D7th, G, D7th. And those are all the chords that we need to know for the verse. So, and pretty much, yeah, those are all the chords we need to know for the entire song. That's all the chords we need for the entire song. Now let's work our way through the verse. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get through it in this video, but if I'm not, we'll move on to the next video and I'll let you know, okay? But for the first line, Frosty the Snowman was a jolly happy soul. Let's work through that strumming pattern. So we're going to start with the G chord. And